is for how to make a maquette, which is an extremely important skill and task when wanting to make a sculpture. A maquette is basically a small model or a small practice. It should take you 1/10 of the time that the real sculpture will take you. So if you were doing a 10-day long sculpture project, then it would be fair that your maquette would take you about a class time. If you are doing a 3-day or a 2-day maquette, then you should be looking at something that takes you no more than 10, maybe 15 minutes. Okay, so first off, I have a whole bunch of aids in the room. So for example, I have little different ways to build, and these examples normally get hot glued here. They might be in other locations, but look out for those as tips or tricks. Another thing that you can do is actually search the internet, and oops, you can't barely see me, and type in the word maquette art and dissect what do other people do, what are other tricks that you see in maquettes. Maquettes are normally made out of paper. You can also use tape or hot glue to attach them together. You don't draw any detail on a maquette, and again, the trick is speed. So we're not measuring anything out for perfect accuracy unless we were to do a longer project. Okay, let's transition. Sorry. Spinning. Okay, so this was the sketch that I got approved, and now I'm going to try and build it. I have already cut, and I didn't use a ruler, my strip that will become my curlicue, the strip that will become my zigzag, and then the piece that is this guy right here. I then am going to use just a bigger chunk, random chunk of paper to kind of hot glue things down to. Then as I look at my curlicue, it's just a matter, a maquette is just plugging and chugging and solving. So if I want this to twist, this is gonna have to get hot glued here, and it's gonna have to come around and go like this. Oh, but wait, my curlicue, oops, I can't see myself. Oops, there I go. My curlicue, like, is getting stuck, so I just problem solve as I go. So I'm gonna cut a slit halfway through. Oh, that doesn't quite do it. So I'm gonna cut a slit halfway through, and this is where if I got stuck, I would start going to the internet and I would look at examples. Okay, slice and dice those in. Oh, that's gonna work pretty well, and then this will come up around and attach to the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this in place. I'm using very little hot glue, and I'm also not wanting my hot glue gun to get too hot, and then keep in mind that the heat's gonna come right through that paper. Next I have my zigzags. I'm doing everything with my hands, and I'm doing the best I can to keep it accurate. But I'm not worrying about it too much. Making a bunch of zigzags. Slicing her off, and now this is supposed to get hot glued to there. Teensy bit of hot glue. So as you look at your maquette, you're just kind of plugging and chugging away. And then I have this thing that's going to hold it all up. So I'm gonna put some hot glue on this edge, and I'm gonna flip it upside down so my hot glue drips upside down. And I'm gonna plop her down. And then I gotta give that hot glue a minute to set. Now if I can't get it to set in there, which I can't, what if I cut little holes for that to rest in? So do you see how I'm just problem solving? And notice I'm using the black handled scissors. We never use the high quality $25 a pair of scissors to cut where we've had hot glue. So now let's put some hot glue on there. And you'll notice I'm not really paying too much attention to craftsmanship. I'm just trying to plug and chug as I go. Ooh, that's working a lot better. I'm just gonna have to hold it and let it dry a second. Oh, that was a good solution. And then now, put down a hot glue line here and wiggle it in. Now, once I get my maquette built, I've made it out of paper, so it's gonna be pretty wiggly. But it might be too wiggly. It could be that it doesn't stand. It could be that I need to build supports to get this to go, which I think is going to be true for this. So then I have to start deciding, well, what am I going to add to it? You know, I could make another curlicue. Here, let me hold it so you can see it. I can make another curlicue that goes over here, or maybe I make a stud of zigzags. Maquettes need to be viewed in the round, so take it and twist it. Notice, my composition is not very interesting from this side. So maybe what I need to do is I need to build something that goes like this so that it looks more interesting from all angles. You know, it's also pretty boring from the top view, as you would know, because that's kind of what you're seeing. So maybe what I need to do is go in here and mimic that kind of tree shape and cut this. So it's easier to see through down to the other side. Or maybe I just cut some of them. Right? So your maquette is what your actual piece of art is going to look like, assuming that it had, your final piece of art will have final craftsmanship. So it's really important that you like the overall concept of what you construct, and then don't forget that this base will need to be addressed. What does this look like? How does this become like your art? Because the base is just as important. People are going to view it as being a part of your sculpture. Whoa, holy cows. So I might end up stabbing, so I cut a little slit, stabbing this guy through here, this little scrap I had, and hot gluing him to here. And that kind of gives my whole thing. Ooh, that works actually pretty well. Some more stability and provides a little bit more visual interest from this side. All right, go ahead and start your experimentation with maquettes and be willing to let yourself make several until you have something that you can envision with quality craftsmanship made larger and enjoying the view from all sides.